Different colors?
Yep.
Look up.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
We learned that the Big Bang was the first thing that ever happened.
All the atoms we are made of came from exploding stars. Looking at the Stucco ceiling and transforming into TV static, galaxies, black holes, and back again.
There they go to a perfect start.
It's like when you're coming out of like a swimming pool and like you got a lot of water and chlorine in your eyes.
The forward thrust of progress sets an ever-increasing pace. Orderly and colorful arrangement that appeals to the eye.
That was an eyelash finish.
Where they are thoroughly washed. Today, more and more millions live and work in metropolitan areas. Time for the tempo of busy lives.
But one of the most beautiful driving finishes I think I've ever seen.
So I was walking home and I had my iPod in like I normally do, and I started kicking this rock that was on the ground that I saw. And I was just kicking it haphazardly, like walking along. So I started to work into like a sort of pattern, and I kicked this rock for like half a block at least, and I kind of started to get attached to it in a weird way. And I don't know, it was some sort of challenge or what it was, but the rock became really important for some reason. And I remember feeling a little sad when I had to stop kicking it and walk away.
It really is still too early to assess the loss, both in human lives and in property.
Watching a documentary on animals is sometimes harder for me to watch than a news story about war, famine, or earthquakes or tsunamis or anything. When you're watching a lioness take down a zebra, it's really interesting and intriguing and everything, but what you're watching is the last moment of like an animal's life. We're all sitting around on YouTube watching this zebra's soul, or whatever you want to call it, leave the earth. It happens millions of times a day, but it's a big deal. At the same time, it isn't. Everything eats everything. My friend's snake eats a rat every evening.
Bombs away over the
Down the Chemung River.
We need to take value in the small stories that we often forget. But what I'm saying, I guess, is that it's just as easy to make the big important stories really small too. There are times when you feel a story that's about to happen. And then there's no story. My life has a lot of those unfinished stories. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think everyone's life has a lot of those unfinished stories. Sometimes they're like little chapters that form a bigger story, or sometimes they're more of a way of building pressure or momentum until something big is bound to happen. You know, everyone remembers important events. Birthdays, bar mitzvahs, prom after party, funerals. But it's not just those events that make up your life. You've got to look closer. There's the big stuff, but then there's somehow kicking a rock can be just as important. You just got to look closer, and you'll find the importance in the small things, the easy to forget and the unfinished. You can find stars in Stucco Ceilings.